Hey there, Libra. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. How are you? I'm so glad you stopped by. If this is the first time you've been here, what we do at this channel is we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to our advantage and move our life forward in the most positive way possible. If you are a returning viewer, a subscriber, if you've ever liked or shared or commented on my videos, thank you so much because you were helping me grow my channel. YouTube analytics really cares about watch time, so do me a favor, stick around and watch as much as you can, right? And then give me a thumbs up and let me know how it resonates with you. Be sure to check out your sun, your moon, your rising. I'm taking another card to go with that. Your sun, your moon, and your rising. Because your sun sign is how you feel inside, your moon sign is how you react to the world around you, and your rising sign is how you are perceived in the world and how you interact with the world. And the reason I took another card is because when I was feeling into your energy, it felt really neutral, really balanced, really, okay, I'm all right. But I was thinking about the Libras in you, and I thought, that's weird because I don't really feel like that's what they're doing. And so let's take a look at what happened. So Spirit, I always like to start with there were actually more than one card. I didn't see that. Spirit always likes to send me, I like to start with a conversation starter. And we have this Ten of Swords energy. This Ten of Swords energy is like being attacked verbally or mentally, but the Ten of Swords is actually the end of the cycle and you're getting ready to start a new cycle. Maybe that's why I felt neutral. Maybe because you are at the end of the cycle, it's over. And maybe if I would have seen this card that came underneath, I would have been more confident, because there we have the Six of Cups. So I think you're coming out of a really rough time, which sounds right, and then into this really gentle, reminiscing energy, or you're surrounded by soulmates or people that you enjoy. It's just really loving energy, and it's nice. Sometimes it's going home maybe for the weekend or doing something like that. So let's just see. And then when I ask for more cards, when I ask for more cards, it looks like this battle that you're coming out of has to do with some kind of a really negative relationship that you've had with somebody, because we have this Two of Cups energy here, and we have the Seven of Swords, which is someone's trying to get away with something. Or usually I think of the Seven of Swords as trying to figure out a way out of a problem. And so maybe they're like, okay, that's it, I'm done, I'm out of here. But this one kind of definitely depicts it as a liar or a thief. But who's to say that that's not someone that just packed their crap and got out of there, right? I mean, maybe they're not really stealing. Maybe that's their stuff. But we have this Five of Wands energy, which is definitely like feeling like you're battling, like you're kind of up against it. Sometimes it's that there's too much going on, and sometimes it's that it's playful energy, or maybe it's at work where a lot of people are vying for the same things. But since we have this, we're going to work with this, because I didn't know they sent me two, and I really feel like this was the end of some kind of a relationship. It just could have been a bad situation that you needed to get out of, right? And so now the healing starts. The Six of Cups is a very healing kind of, I'm going to go home and see my family that loves me kind of energy. So let's look at it that way. All right. So, and I'm not trying to just put a good spin on things. It's just, that's the way it feels. Okay. And I have to go with that. So, starting out Sunday, the moon was in Aries, and Aries is, a fire energy, but it's right across the zodiac from you, so there could be a little tension from that. And it's all fiery with Uranus in there, and in fact Mars is there right now, and it's going to be conjunct with Aries in that final degree of Aries, where it really can be very explosive. And there might be this might not be an easy little battle to get out of there. There might be some fighting and stuff going on your way out the door. Yeah, might be. But you have, yes, you're on your way out the door. It says freedom is yours. Freedom is yours. So I really do think you're escaping a negative situation, and you are going to spend some time with people who care about you. And I think that was the prescription you needed. I think you see the path forward. The moon is in the position of seeing the path forward on Sunday. The moon has moved at 8:28 p.m. tonight. It will move into Taurus, which is in your house of transformation. And so, yes, you see the path forward. You're making the transformation. You're doing the things you need to. Freedom is yours. You have assessing the situation, taking the long view on Monday, and then Tuesday we have discernment. So yeah, I think you're coming out of some really negative energy, but the good news is that you have this lovely Six of Cups energy that you are stepping into, and freedom is yours. And I think you needed it. So, all right, Libra, that looks better because the energy felt very neutral. So I guess it was not, you're neither happy nor sad. You're just done and you're out of there. Yeah, that feels right. Okay, so on Wednesday, you might be thinking, "Ooh, did I make the right choice? Did I make the right decision?" And the reason I say that is because you have this Gemini energy that comes from choices and communication, and then there's fear. And so you're hanging on to these little fears, and some of them you really probably need to let go. Thursday, which is Thanksgiving, which is Valentine's Day, is about boundaries, healthy boundaries. Not so tight of protection that you can't breathe, but not letting people run you over either. And that's that finding that balance. It's that Libra thing, right? Of finding the balance and setting healthy boundaries. In relationships, that's actually Libra's job, and that's the sole purpose. You rule 7th house of relationship and intimate partnerships, and it's always about finding that balance for you. And so you get a little help because the moon in Gemini comes into a square with Neptune and Pisces, which means it's about taking those dreams and making them more of a reality. And so that does help a little bit with the stress. There was something I was going to say. It's gone, so we'll just keep going. Ooh. All right, so you have explore love through gifts. Oh, I'm sorry, express love through gifts. So gifts can be your time, your energy. It can be monetary. But I think this kind of energy right here that you're stepping into, this would be the energy of telling the people in your life that you care about them, expressing them through the gift of time. Like, hey, you know what? You guys want to go and get together and hang out and go to see a movie? Or would you like to get out to dinner and have a conversation? And it's reconnecting. It's reconnecting with people from the past. A lot of times when we get into relationships, we tend to cut out everybody in our life and focus on that relationship. And that's not really a good way to do it. And then as the relationship progresses, a lot of times we find that balance of family and friends and not just the loved one. But if you're coming out of a relationship, you probably have been disconnected from your friends. And so it's time to reconnect with the people in your life that really matter to you. And then express how much you care about them over the Valentine weekend. On Friday, the moon moves into Cancer at 9:03 in the morning. And that's about willpower, and Saturday focus. So I think it's like finding where you're heading to next. Finding where you're heading to next. Where am I going? I think it took a lot of willpower for you to get out of that situation. And now a little resting and focusing and deciding what's important. It is in your 10th house of career though. So maybe you need to stop. Maybe you need to throw yourself into work so that you're not too caught up in your personal relationships. Ooh, you have opportunities. You will prove yourself and you will prove yourself and discover. Oh, you will prove yourself and discover if you leave the rough seas. Okay, so this is about work. So yes, and dive in. The pearls are not on the shore. So the best way to handle, I think, if you've been going through a breakup, is go ahead and throw yourself into your work and spend the time there and revisit your family and your friends and reconnect. Reconnect. Go back to the ones that always love you, and let yourself heal. Because remember, there's this freedom here. There's this freedom. You've worked your way out of this really negative situation. And so now there's freedom in that. And then the 11th house on Sunday is taking action in groups and group activities. So it's a really good time to get together with some friends, I think. I think you just kind of need to take a little breath. Libra's been definitely sitting there in the middle of some Emotional stew for a while. Yes, watching the clouds, taking a rest, sitting back and relaxing, you know. So sometimes the action is self-care. Sometimes the action is being with your family and friends. Sometimes the action is just loving yourself. You are totally lovable. You love people. It's finding that balance, you know, that negative, harsh energy of the relationship, leave it behind. That full moon that we had, eclipse in Leo a couple weeks ago, I think that really, you know, a lot of people who were like hanging into relationships that they shouldn't have been, I think, oh, I didn't even pick up all the cards. I think that that totally created the energy to allow people to end bad situations and move themselves forward. There's a lot of bad energy. And I think that Libra got caught into that. And so that's a good thing. It was getting into the flow. Okay, so again, protect yourself. That's that boundaries, healthy boundaries, right? Don't let people, you know, sometimes Libra, the exes, you walk away from a relationship and they keep calling you up anyways because you like to talk and you're gentle and you're kind and you'll have the conversations, but you need to have boundaries. Like, okay, I really can't talk to you right now. You need to find some friends to talk to about how much you're hurt that this relationship is over, because you have to do your own healing. So protect yourself. Healthy boundaries is really going to be important. Okay, so I don't even know if I want to tell you this, Libra. I did, as a kind of a thank you and a celebration, because I've been on for 3 months and I have almost 75 subscribers. I did a soulmate video and a love video, and so I'm gonna put them over here. You can check them out or not. You need to take care of yourself. So as far as that goes, watch them if you're up to it, but take care of yourself and connect with family and friends and let them love you and help you heal. All right, I will talk to you soon. Take care, Libra.